My name is Jay Bentley. I'm the bass guitar player for the group Bad Religion. I think the rage that we have now is probably far more intense than it ever was when we were 15, but far more focused on very singular people or events. You know, when you're 15, you're unbridled. You're just fighting everybody and breaking everything, and but you don't really accomplish much. There's an overall bubble called government, and the reality is that's pretty rotten. Government is just it's an unnecessary evil, but it's what we all live with. Do I like George Bush? No, he's a reckless cowboy, and he's an idiot. And replacing him with a man who can speak English is the best we can do. I think Obama is a wonderful spokesman. I think he's well appointed. He looks nice. He smiles. You want to listen to the things that he has to say. Is the president really just a figurehead for a multitude of people behind him? Yeah. So does it matter whether it's Obama or Hillary? Not really, but it does matter that it's not John McCain, because now you've just got more Republican tomfoolery going on, and he's already said he'd spend 100 more years in Iraq. I don't support what government has become. I think, anytime that you start something, whether it's taxes or cell phone charges, as soon as people start paying it, like gasoline, diesel gas, as soon as people are willing to spend $2 a liter, it'll never go down. Because they'll charge $3 and then you'll be happy when it goes back to $2. Even though you just had riots about $2 a liter, if you dig it to $3, bring it back to $2, everybody goes, oh, phew, thank God it's back to $2. Same with government, same with taxes. It's like eventually you just have to give into it. Do they do good for the people? I would say that local government does a hell of a lot more for people than large federal governments. Because how the hell does Washington, D.C. know what's going on in Seattle or Los Angeles? They don't. They have no clue. That's his opinion. So, like any other art, you have pieces. Whether you're a painter or you're a writer, you do things in other people's lives in their time frames where they say, "This is your best record because that's when I started listening to it, and I was with my girlfriend, who's now my wife, and we have kids, and I love her, and I love you, and that record is the best you ever did." I get that. I totally get that. But it doesn't mean that it's the best we've ever did. It was the best that we did for you, but not necessarily for us. I think right now, the last 3 records are the best records we've ever made. And I think that the way things are going, the next records that we make will be better, because as a band, I don't think we've ever had a better drummer than Brooks. And having Brian Baker in the band and having Brett writing songs again, I think we're pretty much on the tracks to be writing the best albums. Because I love Suffer, I love No Control and Against the Grain. I think they were, in my heart, very important. Musically, we were really immature. We really had no idea what we were doing, and that might be part of the charm. But you can never bring that naivete back. You can't dummy it up and be stupid again. I think the thing that ever surprises me is when I see people that are like 20 years old saying, play the old good stuff. And you're like, how do you know what's old good stuff? You weren't even born. That's not right. It wasn't as bad as it sounds. I think they called us the night before and said, "Hey, Linkin Park is canceled, and do you want to play this show?" And I was like, God, we can't really. We're not like Linkin Park at all. It's not really a good replacement. But the fact of the matter was that that NoFX was on the bill and the Beatsteaks were on the bill, and both of those guys are our friends, and we said, sure, we'll come over and play. They never said anything about Linkin Park not playing at all during the whole show. They moved us down and actually NoFX closed. But when we started playing, it was kind of, some people were, because we weren't announced, some people were like, oh wait, we know this. And by the end of the show, it was great. Everybody was really happy. So I think it was just because it wasn't really part of the bill. No one expected us to be there. I think we can. I think, we have enough songs that people might have heard, whether it was on a Tony Hawk video or, one of the many skateboarding or snowboarding videos that we've done soundtracks for. There's a lot of material out there. The big one is Guitar Hero. When we were on the Warped Tour, we kept seeing all these people saying, Infected, it's already a big enough song, but it was a way bigger song than ever. And what the hell's going on? Oh, Guitar Hero sold 160 million copies, so... Yeah. When Brett came back in the band, one of the things he said is, remember all the arguments that we used to have about touring? Let's not have those anymore. And I said, yeah, not at all. You don't have to go on the road. We've got Brian Baker and Greg Hetson playing guitar live. It's just important to us that you're part of the band, part of the decision-making, part of the studio work and the songwriting process, because he's a great, great songwriter. So not having him on the road, it's sort of a drag, but it's way less of a drag than having him not writing songs. I'd rather have him in the band writing songs and working in the studio than not have him in at all. No benefits. The company, I'm the manager, and honestly, the company owns one guitar case. Well, he does play while he's jumping around. I don't know how he does it. We all have those in-ear monitors now. I don't have him in my ears. I don't know what he's doing over there. I just kind of look over there now and then. He looks like he's having fun over there. Internet downloading is so prevalent right now. Why start a company saying like, oh, we have to protect it? It's like, no, it's free for everybody. Well, they're going to do it anyway. Is it better for me? No. Is it bad for me? No. Do I care about it? No. Because what can I do about it? Nothing. It's the way it is. If you lose sleep over it, then you're losing sleep for nothing, because this is 2008. So nothing you can do about it. Hey, this is Jay Bentley from Bad Religion, and you are watching StereoZona.